Hi, my name's Gav and welcome to the channel. Alright, let's be real for a second. Riding only in your preferred stance will eventually hold you back. Sure, it's fine when you're surfing a wave, but the moment you start pushing upwind, going for long runs, especially Parawing, well, it gets uncomfortable really quickly. And that's when switch stance becomes not just useful, but absolutely critical. And I get it. At first, it feels like writing with the wrong hand. It's awkward, it's frustrating, unnatural even. But once you nail it, riding switch opens up everything. Long upwind angles, linking downwind runs, gliding bumps for miles. And that's exactly where the Parawing shines. So in this video, I'm going to coach you through the foot switch step by step in a way that's designed to make it simple and easy. Before we do get started, I want to remind you that this channel supports Bear Cottage, the children's hospice based here in Sydney. Every like, share and subscribe helps me raise awareness and funds for them. Now, on that note, I would like to thank the brands that support me on this journey, and that's North, Foil Drive, WSS Boards, the Foil Board Company, Foil Sessions app, and of course, Code Foils. All right, let's get stuck in. Now, in traditional wing foiling, plenty of people have explained this skill, but in power winging, it takes it to a whole new level. The whole essence of this exciting new discipline is efficiency, harnessing the wing to go upwind, then linking long, smooth downwind runs. If you can't ride switch comfortably, you're limiting yourself to half of what the sport offers. So the earlier you can do it, the easier. If you wait until you've built years of muscle memory in one stance, retraining feels like dragging an old dog into new tricks. It's possible, but it's just way harder. And I know this to be true because it's exactly what I went through when I was learning it on wing foil. So the whole move works because your upper body stays quiet whilst your feet do the work underneath. Picture your torso as an anchor point. If it shifts around, your center of gravity is offset from the foil's center of lift, and suddenly you're porpoising or touching down. Additionally, and to buy yourself more time, you raise the nose of the board first. That little lift gives you the apex, a weightless pause where the switch can actually take place. Lastly, the back foot needs to regain control of the foil's pitching moment. This is a precise and swift movement, and it needs hip mobility and repetition. So to master the art of the switch, the three most important elements you need to focus on are 1, upper body steady, legs do the work, 2, timing, and 3, back foot. Okay, practicing on land. Now I can't stress this enough. Don't skip the land drills. Grab your board, lay it on the grass or the sand and rehearse the motion over and over. When you do it, focus on your upper body staying in place while your legs rotate. Don't make the classic mistake of shifting your body weight backwards. It's almost like you're dancing, some kind of strange tango, but you'll notice that unless you open your hips, your back foot can't cross that center line. And if it doesn't land on that line, you're in the water, you're definitely going for a swim, trust me. Drilling this off the water will save you hours of frustration on it. Conditions matter. Don't make this harder than it needs to be. Go out in steady wind, relatively flat water, and make sure you're powered up. Gear-wise, a board with just enough volume is key. At 80 kilos, I like something around 80 to 90 liters. It's big enough to float me, but not so big that swing rate throws me off. And for foils, something glidey, mid-side works best. So for those code riders out there, something like the Code 980S or the 1130S is just perfect. And here's my golden rule. Dedicate the first 20 minutes of every session to practicing foot switches. Don't leave it until the end when you're tired. Start fresh, put your reps in, and then move on and have fun thereafter. If you do that consistently, well, I reckon you'll crack it before you know it. One trick that made a big difference is lifting the wing overhead as you do the switch. Not for long, just enough to give you that little bit of a moment of stability whilst your feet are moving. That extra second can make all the difference when you're first learning. Think of this as your launch pad. You want the board to give you a pocket of time where your feet can do the move freely. My method was simple: 2 small bounces to get the rhythm, then 1 big lift. On that third one, at the very top, I make the switch. That rhythm stopped me from rushing. It helped me hit the apex every time. It also gave me the mark to actually go for it and stop wimping out. 1, 2, go. When you make that step, line your toes so they're touching each other on the center line. Keep your stance wide and steady. This guarantees your new front foot lands on the right spot every time. Now, a little trick that helped me early on was riding with a super loose front Y foot strap, just wide enough to glide my foot in place without locking me in. It just gives me that place to aim for. Here's where mobility comes in. When your old front foot comes back, you've got to open up your hips, and it's got to be wide enough for them to pass through cleanly. If you don't, you'll either trip yourself up or throw yourself off balance. Think about it like a yoga move. It's rotation, not brute force. It may help to hold onto the wing with one hand to open up your shoulder to aid that rotation. Now, this was the hardest part for me. The natural instinct is for you to lean back as your foot moves. But the moment you do that, the foil pitches up and you lose it. The key is to keep your weight absolutely steady over that center of lift. Imagine, if you will, you've got a plate balance on your head or something like that. You're not allowed to tip it even while your legs are doing the shuffle. This is the deal breaker. In the early stages, if your back foot doesn't land directly over that center line and over the mast, well, you're gone. It doesn't matter how perfect the rest was. It needs to be shoulder width apart on the center line right above the mast. That's the sweet spot, and that's what you're aiming for each time. The last thing you've got to do is stop the nose from diving. As you land the switch, gently load your new back foot. The temptation is to slam it, but if you do that, you'll set up a nasty oscillation. Nose up, nose down, over and over again. Instead, ease into it until the board finds that balance point, and then you can ride away smoothly. Easy as that. And there it is, the foot switch broken right down. Keep your upper body steady, open up your hips, make sure that back foot lands on the center line. Drill it on land and give yourself a 20-minute session, and you'll have this skill mastered sooner than you think. And once you do, everything changes. Suddenly tacks, jibes, downwinders, they all just flow. So get out there, commit to the process, and let me know when you stick your first switch in the comments below. Look, I hope this helped you. Remember to like and subscribe. And until then, I will see you on the water again soon.